never what it seems. Money coming in and going out. Simple like a better bet.
Hello, it's Mike from Music Shack with another Greco guitar, a very rare one. I think it is a 1974 Greco EG600. That's based on reading up and looking at catalogues and brochures available for that year. It's definitely pre-1975 because it's got the N logo. I think it's an EG600 Sunburst based on the spec, the dark rosewood, the colour, the finish, the high-end look and feel of the guitar. And it's a 3 pickup model, which I've not been able to find anywhere from this year. So I'm thinking, but I'm not sure, that this might have been added after production. If that's right, it was done very, very professionally. When you see the pictures, there's no difference in the size of the holes. The walls look the same. The bridges across look the same. There are some repair marks underneath here, which are just the result of historical damage, probably a bash or a knock or a rattle in handling or transportation, that I've filled in with wood filler. I haven't painted it because I don't have the kit to airbrush at the moment, and I didn't want to make a mess by trying to use rattle cans or brushes. So I've left it as is. It's open, it's honest, it's there for you to see. If somebody decides they want this guitar and they want to have that paint work done, that's great. If I pay to have it done now to make the guitar more perfect, I have to pass that cost on, and it may be that the person that buys it doesn't care anyway. So I'll leave it as is. Cosmetically in very, very good condition. It has no major dings. Little one there. Nothing really on the back apart from a scratch mark, a little bit of buckle rash. It has very cool looking, very nice, natural, aged lines on the lacquer, which I think is nitrocellulose because of the way it's aged and cracked. The pictures will show that in more clarity. It's been modified, so the pickups have white bobbins. The pickups themselves are also not, I don't think are the originals. Normally these would have had Maxons in, and around 1974, 73 that have been stamped, and they would look older than these do. Pickguard I think is new. Tuners are definitely new because I put them in. It had a really cheap, nasty set of tuners on that looked like the Ace Frehley Grovers, but they were crap and they didn't hold tune. So I've put some Wilkinson Deluxe Clusen style tuners on. Okay, if we're talking Ace Frehley Budokan replica, then that has Grover tuners. But to put Grover tuners on it with pearl heads would again cost a lot of money, which I have to pass on if I'm selling the guitar. So again, if somebody wants this, wants to make it almost a perfect copy, swap them out, that's fine. If you want me to do it for you up front and you want to buy the tuners, I'll do that for you and I'd fit them free of charge. So that's one option. It has a pancake body, which you can see 2 layers of mahogany and a layer of maple through the middle. Looks really, really nice. And that's because it's a replica of Gibson's 1974 Sunburst Les Paul Custom. Its arch top is a single piece, no join, and the grain runs right through it, which you can follow from one side to the next. And the back is also one piece as well, so that's pretty rare. Neck, 3-piece, single through to the headstock, small scarf joint at the bottom here. I think it's got a scarf joint. Yeah, very small one. Set neck, glued set neck. Lovely and chunky, big fat neck profile on this one. which you can kind of see there. If you want measurements, ask and I'll provide them. Binding is in really good condition. It's nicely aged, yellow, naturally, not faked. Headstock is beautiful, mother of pearl on the Gibson replica double diamond or diamond headstock, and the Greco logo is mother of pearl. Big old open book headstock, just like a Gibson. No serial number, which is common for 73, 74 models of Grecos. They didn't put a serial number on the back. There's a reason I've left the pot cover off. One is I'm having to try and fashion one that looks relict and fits this diamond hole. Somebody has screwed a bigger one over the top. Adds to the relic look of the guitar, if you ask me. But I would rather have the one that fits tight so that it doesn't catch when you're playing it. The neck is true. It's been adjusted a little bit to give it a bit of relief. The truss rod is accessible and functional. I've got the cover on here. The pictures you'll see the truss rod cover is off. And cosmetically, is there anything else to talk about? That's it cosmetically. Electronics, as I said, the pickups I am pretty sure are not the original. There are pictures of the pickups coming up on screen now, and I think they are very well made, good quality, high-end Japanese PAF replicas. So that's like a replica of a Gibson patent applied for humbucker based on the sound. You got bridge, middle and neck. They are all connected, unlike the Ace Frehley Budokan. Only that one was connected. Even the ones you buy from Gibson now for about £5 come with just the bridge pickup connected, which, okay, it's a copy of his setup, but I don't know about you, I can't afford to have a guitar that has two pickups that work and aren't wired. And I like to get that versatility of sound. So these are hooked up single capacitor, because that's the master tone control, and the rest are volume. Well, there's me, look, the rest are volume control. CTS pots, which are upgrades over the original. The originals would have been 500k stock Japanese ones. These are CTS. High grade wiring on the pickups, which is sheathed, high quality braided wiring. And that is probably about all there is to say. Maintenance work, usual. I'll put a list up here. Rather than take up time telling you what I've done, you can pause the text on the screen and read it. This is done on all the guitars that I list. A bit of work. When it reaches you, it means they're nice and clean, and the only thing you might need to do is tweak the setup for your own personal preference. Is there anything else to say? Is there anything else to say? Probably forgotten something, but I don't think there is. So it's time to play in my loose and rough fashion. Not very Ace Frehley, I know, but I don't know any clean parts that he played well enough to play off the top of my head. in with a barcode. Bottom frets. Don't think I'm playing that right, but it's from memory and it's off the top of my head, so you get to hear what the guitar sounds like. Alright, anyways, Frehley wasn't on that play. Well, he wasn't playing on that record anyway, he was off doing something else. But his face was on the cover, so I'm playing that riff and I like it, and it's quite an easy one to play and it shows off the high gain quite nicely. Lead on high gain. Stuff I need to demo is how this lot works. I mentioned that it's Ace Frehley on his, again this is not just a guitar or a Kiss fan, Ace Frehley basically had 3 pickups in his guitar but only used his bridge pickup because that was the sound that he wanted. Why didn't he just play a melody maker or something like that? Never mind, anyway, these look good. You and I, mere mortals, most of us, I don't think, can really afford to have a guitar that's got 2 decent pickups in that aren't wired up. I certainly wouldn't want that. So this is configured, as I mentioned in the demo earlier, with a master tone on here and then 3 volumes. So if you want to buy this or play this and play it like Frehley did, someone's going to pull me, it's just my accent. For the kill switch, as an example, can I get feedback? But never mind. So that was on the bridge pickup. You can also do it on the middle pickup. So that's the sort of kill switch demo, if you want to call it that. Also, there's a lot of different tones you can get out of this. Switch at the bottom here, so I'm going to put them all about 2/3 of the way up and then just demonstrate the master tone. Bridge pickup. So with a bit of luck, you get an indication of the kind of rich variety of tones and sounds you can get. I always point out these are demos so you can hear the sound. I am not a virtuoso, you'll have picked that up by now from me playing. I'm a happy enthusiast. Really nice guitar, very rare, great sounding pickups, although again I don't know what brand they are, but they're high end, they're really decent quality. And it's just great. Looks and sounds really nice. If you need any more information, please let me know. Contact details as usual are coming up on the screen. If you've got any information about the guitar that you've spotted, that I've got the name wrong or the type wrong, let me know. Be polite about it and I'll happily listen to you. That's it. Alright, cheers, thanks for your time. Bye.